All right, now it's time for our money line underdog parlay. All right, Stuck. 16-2 speaks for itself. Close it out the regular season with the Raiders with that egregious line, and they still all worked out for them. Got the number one pick.
No touchdowns. The whole division didn't score a touchdown last week. First time in over
Ooh.
35 years.
Oh wow!
A whole division when they're all teams are playing didn't score a touchdown.
But
And
but the
offense,
but the
offensive.
Broncos were playing for real though.
I know. Uh, so this I think the money line dog is obvious this week.
Yeah,
It's the
definitely.
Steelers. Low total, 39 points are going to come at a premium. They're going to blitz a lot. Stroud has struggled against the blitz. Rodgers has struggled against pressure. Texans are going to get pressure. Should be a low scoring game, but you can get the ball out quick here. Just put together a couple drives, and then the Voodoo at home. This is also a dome team going outdoors in freezing weather. I think teams in that situation are 1-14 straight up in their last 15 playoff games. So yeah, this is just a classic Steeler spot. Maybe they can finally get a playoff win, but low scoring game probably come down to like a fluky play or two. Um, we'll see. I believe Lassiter will be back.
Yeah, I
That's
think that was
They
amazing.
just rested him as
Amazing.
precautionary,
Yeah,
but that
yeah.
if he's not, I would love the Steelers. The drop off for Tremont Smith is my
Wasn't he like a
astronomical.
kick returner? Like, is that's the same Trayvon Smith, right?
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
horrendous last week. Um, so yeah, they don't have great depth at corner. But Petrie, I think, can be big here, though. Like he's going to be the key to that. I think the Texans' defensive game plan with the way that I think the Steelers are going to want to play because you can basically have Stingley take out Metcalf. But I think this will be a lower scoring game, come down to a random play here or there, and that's where the Steelers thrive. So yeah, give me Pittsburgh on the money line.
Yeah, I would have gone there if you hadn't. Just so love to point out, with Stroud, on paper, some of the certain schemes that Pittsburgh runs, you could say, okay, well, it does favor the Texans, but number one, Pittsburgh has been multiple this year. They've kind of adjusted as the years progressed. Sometimes it's worked, sometimes it hasn't. But CJ Stroud, outdoors in his career. Uh, so indoors, he is 21-10, whatever, quarterback wins, not a real stat, but worth pointing out. Outdoors, losing record at 7-8. Completion percentage goes from 66 to 59%. So outdoors, he's under 60% completion. His passer rating goes from 101 to 84. His yards per attempt, raw yards per attempt, goes from over 8 indoors. Same thing at home, over 8. Outdoors, on the road, under 7. 6 outdoors specifically, 6.42 yards per attempt in 15 career outdoor games. He's averaging under 200 yards passing per game outdoors in his career, 199.6. This is a guy who had, especially his rookie year, just had a bunch of 300-yard games. So his play really does drop off. Maybe it is Tagafian levels outdoors. We don't have the sample size to know that yet, but I think that's a big concern for the Texans that they can go just as cold here. We don't, the Steelers old quarterback, shaky offense. The Texans can go just as cold and be just as inefficient. Marks, for as much as we love them, that run game still usually is an inefficient
Yeah,
one.
it's not an efficient running game, and that's how you want to attack this. The Steelers' run defense has not been good, and there's a chance that this offensive line for the Texans just get over. You have Watt back, Highsmith back, like they're healthier now. There's a chance that this Texans offensive line gets overwhelmed, not just by the pass rush because they're going to be known passing downs, could lead to multiple mistakes, but also the crowd. And I could see multiple pre-snap penalties, which have plagued the Texans at times this year, putting them even more behind the sticks. So, yeah, give me the Steelers. Where are you going? I don't have no idea where you're going. I'm curious.
Jacksonville Jaguars. Duh.
All right.
Should I talk about them for another 18
No,
minutes
you're
or
not
are we
allowed. That's
good?
it. All right, just
Okay.
split the parts.
Okay. So we got a plus 354 money line dog parlay this week. But yeah, totally agree. Steelers, that would have been my pick. Love the Jags as well. Who's the other home dog? It's the Bears now. Again, I like the Packers a lot more when they were underdogs on the road. Now that they're favored, I do think that game could go either way. And then we got the Panthers, who I think are better about to cover the spread than necessarily.
It's hard for me to see the Panthers winning.
Yeah, exactly. I think they could stay in the game, but I mean, yeah, it would be an uphill battle. All right, now it's time for our